These would be interesting. Bear? Psst, psst.
Harpoon reporting, sir.
Yes, sir. A question. Who is authorized to issue new orders to the submarine?
Only you can issue orders to the subs using the TACAMO planes.
And if someone counterfeited the codes so that the orders appeared to come from me?
I don't see how they could.
What happens if the TACAMO planes receive conflicting orders?
What's going on, sir? Did Dallas turn the B-52s?
I asked you.
Clear signal.
What they've given us, Admiral, is a clear military advantage. Our subs against the remaining ICBMs, no contest.
What happens if the TACAMO planes get conflicting orders? Your president asked you a question, sir.
This is not aligned, or it's only testing, checking. There's a trim potentium meters up here, and they'll be adjusted once this is all in. So I'm just checking center channel, which is on channel number 2 on the Storm Audio Elite Mark 332. So I'm just testing the output. Sine wave at 1 kilohertz. Obvious, so I'll mute that. Using a DB, not using a, what's it, DBX, XLR Y-lead connector connected on the back. So there's a long lead coming back round and then going on into the input. Could use XLR or RCA input, so it's see what I got. In fact, I might go with RCA input. So that means I gotta get a Y lead. No, a Y lead. Hang on, no, converter. Yeah. So I'll just use the XLR Y lead connected on the back, and on the simple converter adapter connected onto the output of the Y lead, which will have an RCA lead, because they're cheaper, and I need a few. I may or may not fit these in the rack. I might just experiment, because I've got VU level meters on the Storm as well as on the DCX showing the output. This level dB meter is only connected on the output, so in no way is it connected to the output on the DCX. I could connect it onto the output on the DCX, but that meaning any EQ that's done is done on the DCX, then it goes over, then it's handed over to the amplifiers and then to the JBL professional cinema speakers. So if I were to use the dB meter here connected to, I want to actually see the actual output level, but then I can see the actual output level on the Storm, as well as the actual going in to the input. Then the outputs are controlled by the EQ, meaning if the EQ in any way, some part of the, say if 1 kilohertz was put through onto the HF horns outputs, 2, 3 and 6, or 2 and 6 here on the left center, right centers, they'd all have to be at the same level. and if one of the PEQ filters are slightly adjusted, it's going to show a slight, so I'm only looking at, an accuracy, so, but it's a simple thing to set up, and once it's all set in, you've got to set the fader to, I believe, at 0. I think reference tone roughly around about -20, so I've got to connect up maybe the Dolby AC3 Laserdisc demo, use the sine wave tone on there, and then adjust, because the level meters here shouldn't be in the red, or they shouldn't be clipping up into the red. They should be a little bit low. So it's only when certain high dynamic ranges signals come in, and then the levels go up pretty high. Otherwise, if it's kind of amber and red most of the time for most spoken dialogue, it's a little bit too high. So it's it's got to be a little bit less. So you got headroom. Otherwise, I think the meters would be I don't know, clipping. Not that I think it'd be registering on the output, but anyway, simple thing to set up. So it's a bit difficult to hold it, and so I'll just trim there. These are probably already aligned, so it doesn't matter. Again. Oh, that's a pretty. Just that again. Hang on. It's just yeah. Both are adjusted to max level, so they can be trimmed back slightly, and then, but the adjustment's got to be very, very tiny. So if there's a slight level, so the theory is that so if I'll turn the fader up and down slowly. It's blinking there a little bit. The reason there is because it's just a fraction. Let's just go down a slight dB more or less, because I'm going down at 0.1 dB steps, very tiny steps. It's gone down a little bit more. It's not there. So, and there's also, I think, a dot matrix or dot sort of thing. It's a little bit getting too high there. Not really, but I got to let's put that on mute for a sec. Oh boy, I got to get this aligned, so that not just I'm looking at the VU meters. I got to check the voltage, so I've got to get the voltmeter in now and check voltage to make sure I've got an accuracy. That's it. See when I get them rigged up. Either a friend I know, he's got one of these. Same sort of thing, just a different make on the name on the front. So I think everyone's got the pattern on this blinking thing. It says American Audio. Another one says a different name, but essentially it's the same thing. The more things change, the more things remain the same. It was pretty cheap as well, so it's DC, it's AC/DC powered, so it's got like a demo thing that I've already shown there, demo just to show that the LEDs are running. So it's something out of Star Trek, isn't it? you know, that thing moving along the viewing screen. Its range goes up to 0. I'll get focus. It's very awkward to get a focus these days. I don't like this new phone, it sucks, it's a load of rubbish. You know, even though it's a top high-end bullshit, you know, one thing's changed and all those they remain the same. Just can't get a bloody decent focus. Let's focus on that. Yeah, that's focusing. Is that focusing there? Try and focus. So it's got to focus on the letters. But anyway, going close. See? Sucks. Yeah. Use a bit of light, and because it probably can't focus very well because it's going partly into shadow there, where that was slightly different in the light level. Anyway, so range 57 minus 57 dB, 40, 54, 51, 48, 45, 42, 39, 38, 33, 30, 27, 24, 21, 18, 15, 12, what's that say? 8 or 9? Oh, 8. 6, 3, and 0, and that's it. Basically, that's it. Once you're up at 0, that's it. Nowhere else to go.